Listen. Yeah. Yes, Lord. Get that out of there.
Hello. Good afternoon, good evening. I do not like this mode of lighting. This one's just a tad bit better. It's your boy Matty-Rants, and we're here to talk about House of Villains. And I know I have kept this review for a really long time, a very long time. My apologies, my sincerest ones. I know this show has actually been amping up in the drama department as far as a lot of things are concerned. And this episode is whoo. Omarosa accusing Tanisha of putting their hands on her, like what? And then they had footage proving it didn't happen, and she acted it out for the rest of the episode to Johnny Fairplay not getting his way, and it being this meltdown that led into somebody by the name of Bobbert of Lightington Lights, then getting the villain of the week and making some of the craziest decisions I have ever seen in reality television for some odd reason. I do not know why. I'm still confused over a lot of stuff that's happened here today, but I'm most certainly want to get into it. So thank you so much for tuning in. I have a little bit of a migraine, so that's why you're like, Matt, what's going on? It's just a hat and a hoodie today. Yeah, I have a nasty little migraine right now that has not gone away, and I need to relax for the rest of the day. I'm actually also hungry. I plan to eat a whole lot after this one here, but let's have fun. I'm going to get into this one. Girl, y'all don't even know. I was watching this, did a reaction for this on Patreon, by the way. You can watch that reaction now on my Patreon. I screamed. I didn't understand. I didn't know what was going on in that final moment of this episode. And what is this about? Girl. There's also some other stuff too. Baby, I sat there and said, this show is ridiculous. I do love it, but it's ridiculous. At MattyRants everywhere except for Twitter, which is X at the MattyRants. There, that's all available on the homepage of YouTube. You can click the top section where you see my name and subscribers. It'll drop down. You'll see many links that you can click on, such as my Patreon link for reactions that I do for episodes like these, as well as Cameo for special requests, and of course merch available at dragqueenmerch.com. So yes, glad to see you here. Yeah, again, for my channel, and I understand that there are so many different shows that we watch in reference to this. You know, I'm finishing up this show with y'all, and you know, we'll see how the views come in later in reference for it here. Plus I got Cornbread tweeting at me, talk about Maddie, when you gonna do this episode? I'm like, you right. I've been supposed to have done it, but we'll finish this series, and I'm excited for whatever happens if they get a season 2. Trey, I see that really done with a show that I'm not going to name. Yeah, why would I still cover something that doesn't want to be covered? That can't even get into restaurants. So no, I'm good on that. Fine with me. You can watch that Violent Network on your own time. Not Ice of the Pussycat. I've deleted my subscriptions, and I have actively been very vocal about my distaste for how disrespectful they were to me. So I won't have nothing to do with them. But I will have something to do with this network because I appreciate their programming, and I want to do nothing but promote it by recapping it. With that being said, here it goes. Disclaimer: this program is for entertainment purposes only, and content is not intended to line any religion, race, company, individual, gender, or wigs. All opinions expressed by Matty-Rants and program participants are solely personal views and do not reflect the opinions of everyone on the planet. No hate should be sent to any of the shows or individuals mentioned on this program, so please don't be rude and grab your libations and strap in because Maddie is a talker and you may be here for a while. If you feel uncomfortable after viewing this program, please consume some Activia and have yourself a good poot. So, listen, going forward with the channel, I also talked about Housewives. Just going to let you know right now, I'm more than likely not going to cover it. I'm not very interested. I've been watching all of these current seasons and shows right now. I think I'm in some sort of headspace where I'm just like, this isn't really doing it for me. There are blips of energy that I'm like, oh, okay, but I'm really not feeling the fantasy of what's going on right now. I'm a little bit worn out from reality television, and Drag Race is sort of my main concern, as well as other shows that I'm very much interested in, because Lord knows when Chucky comes back, I will be finishing that series. So my apologies for any hurt feelings there, or if I, misled in any direction. My bad. Didn't want to do that. I had intentions on going there, but there is a lot of Drag Race coming up, and I will be covering the majority of the ones that I want to cover on this channel, the ones that I'm excited about, that I feel like everybody else would be excited about too. So, not trying to be disrespectful, just I have very little energy left when it comes to a lot of this TV, and I want to cover it. I want to have fun, but I'm also considering other things too, like, the drag brunches that I'm trying to start up now and all that kind of stuff. So, like, yes, still in the arena of let's cover this and have a good time, but I'm also not going to cover every single solitary franchise. I can't do it. I can't. Everything starts to sound robotic and less interesting. Let's just repeat jokes after jokes. Like, not for me. So listen, after that, mind you, we got a disclaimer going here. If you want to drop a tip in my jar for your boy hosting today, PayPal.me/MattyRants, catch up MattyRants, Venmo-Rants. That is available in the description. I appreciate every single one of you for being here. Let's start this up. Omarosa. This episode is it's an easy narration for multiple reasons, okay? Because it starts off on some supreme nonsense. What are you doing here, girl? And that's where I'm at with her forever and ever and ever. And I want people to know that, honestly, Tanisha, if anything, I know this was great for TV, and it was like, okay, I'm not going to take her seriously, and she's crazy. But that lady basically called you violent and aggressive. Another Black woman on this television program on My Good Thursday. I sat here like, I'm sorry, excuse me? And it's the way she played it out and got even production involved, and the fact that production even made graphics for this matter. It's Johnny Bananas also realizing that maybe New York should have still have been here, or other folks should have stayed, because I'm left with a bunch of loons. But girl, here we go. So listen, because Omarosa did not get her way, she then made up an entire lie. And her time in the White House, I guess, came to good use here, because she tried to finagle her way into getting Tanisha removed from the show by saying that she was violent and she hit her hand, and she does not feel safe. I'm not even bullshitting here. This is legit how this happened. She's literally getting mic'd up at one point in time, because it's like she's trying to have these conversations off mic. This is what it was given. They said, no, we need to get this up here, because I don't know what this lady is doing. And they're like, okay, so what do you want us to do? It's like, well, she needs to get out of here, because I'm not going to be here if it's going to be this violent show and da-da-da. It's like, what? Production is fully aware of everything that's going on. So they're pretty hands-on with this current season, right? They, she's like, roll the cameras back. Footage not found because it never happened. Imagine. God bless you, production, because you were like, we're not about to take this to whatever extreme that she is trying to, and this is something that she is known for, and then some. Wrote a book about it. Low key. Girl, I don't want to say fuck Omarosa, but bitch, like, come on now. They even showed you boom in between. She we watched the footage back. They kept replaying it over and over again. It was clearly she swung, but when she swung close to her. She didn't hit her. Now I'm also gonna say this. Omarosa, you got up out of your bed and went and interrupted this moment, and you were pushing up on Tanisha. If we really want to talk about this today, we ran the footage back. We can talk about this since you want to talk about people getting too close and people showing some violent expressions. You went and grabbed some of the pans from the folks and asked for it while they were hired to sing, and you started clapping in front of them as a celebration, really to try to steal Tanisha's moment. But you were getting as close as possible to her while you were banging those pans, trying to elicit. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, let's do this today. If she were to try to take this into a case, girl, you put yourself in this. You antagonize the situation if we really want to talk about it. So even if she did tap you, it would have been deserved because I watched you backing all up on her, clapping, doing all this, all of this up on her while she had a tambourine. She had an instrument that is used to make music. You had an appliance that you probably have never picked up before a day in your life. A baking utensil, I should say, versus an appliance. Don't trust her. She knew she would need to go. I'm gonna tell you that right now. And sat here and stone face lied to the audience, lied to production, and had kept it going here. I think maybe you had a little issue in the joints in your hand from you getting up so quickly and slapping and dapping it. Maybe you don't have enough iron in your system. I don't know what it is, but it's the fact that she's, production. I was like, okay, let's bring Tanisha down here because she asked them to make, she can't be here. And they said, would it be okay if we like put some boundaries in place, like 5 feet away from each other, and that's just where we keep it? It's like, okay. So they brought Tanisha down and they, made it very clear that, she's having issues with her and that she feels some kind of way. However, we're not going to just remove you from the house here. So we're just going to do this a little bit. Tanisha apologizes. Didn't have to. Didn't have to. I didn't mean to make you feel that way. I didn't want to put you in that position. That's not what happened. Da, 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 da. I'm sorry. And I'm sitting here like, Tanisha. Ain't no way. I said, how are you going to apologize? Why are you apologizing to her? For what? What did she deserve an apology for? Ooh. I mean, Tanisha come in and tell everybody about what had happened, right? But it's like, y'all, I'm sorry. Okay, you just made a big deal about her allegedly, hitting you whenever y'all were doing this whole little bit. Okay, for the y'all ain't gonna get no sleep because of me, all that, whatever, right? We then get to you getting production involved, trying to get someone expelled from the show. Then it's okay, 5 feet away. Then you brought the person in front of you to then say, oh, well, you can't be near me. You can't do this because you may be dangerous and we're trying to run a show. So everyone's under agreement that because this is the problem, you're going to stay away from me. Why are you outside then, stupid? The most so intelligent she is, so well spoken. But what in the daftiness is this? What in the antagonist? This is why I don't like Omarosa. Why are you outside? Why are you around? What is going on? Aren't you injured? Wasn't that traumatic? That was a traumatic situation, was it not? I'm very confused. This is too much for me. I don't like this lady. She gets on my nerves and is the epitome of the Candace Owens of the worlds and this, that, and the other. These, I'm better than other black people, black people. And I hate to be the one to say it like that, but that is literally how Omarosa acts with her character. She's very all we are one and this, that, and the other until it comes down to the real issues, until it comes down to some real ass shit. Like she then comes into that, I'm going with whoever's in power, and you know who that is on the majority. I have clocked your trash panda card and I'm getting very sick of it. You have done it in microaggressionable ways on the show and then had turned around on folks and acted like that never happened. For example, when we had brought up this whole moment in the kitchen, when it came down to Tanisha saying, we were supposed to be cool like that. You know, I'm a mother and I'm doing all that. Don't use that card against me. That was something that you tried to use as a connection piece because when you first met her, that's what you fucking talked about. To then bring her on a whole retreat because she's a mother and it would be nice to help out. Give me a break. I don't like this lady. I don't trust this woman. She is a snake and a fraud. And I'm sick of her. Sick of her. The fact that an orange julep of a man threw you out the White House, sister, and then you try to come back against him when you were riding that the racism train all the way into the White House, then you got kicked out, and all of a sudden nope, 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 no. No one feels bad for you. I don't feel bad for you. I enjoy your foolishness. I enjoy your foolishness and all that kind of stuff. I do. I enjoy your foolishness. Let's see here. Hold on. Okay, that's just way too much right now. I'm a little bit overwhelmed here with that source of information because I'm like, okay, am I doing my channel or what's happening here? Y'all, please excuse me. I'm starting to feel a little sense of me being taken away right now. And I'm trying to get myself together here because it feels like if I'm doing something, I'm doing it wrong. But that's on another occasion and persuasion here. I'm trying my best, but I also got a lot on my plate outside of YouTube right now. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being here. I appreciate y'all so very much. Let's get back to the show. Let's get back to the show. I might have to just mute this app for a little bit because I'm a little overwhelmed right now. Let me do that with my notifications, y'all. It's getting to the point where I'm becoming like mad overwhelmed with stuff, and my anxiety is kicking my ass right now. Okay. Oh, all right. So listen, let's pull this back in. Let's pull this back together here. There is this stupid moment with Johnny Bananas and the Corinne doll of him throwing it over the hedges, over the bushes here. And it's like, okay, normally they do something with the doll, they bury it, they throw it somewhere, they may even blow it up. I'm starting to see a pattern here. I wonder if Bobby is ever eliminated prior to the finale. Will they do something crazy with his doll? I just feel like they would. It would only be right. I guess I can certainly see that. Can certainly see that. The following day, this lady come down here and she tells these good people that she needs to go to the doctor to get her hand looked at. Do you honestly believe? Please tell me. Do you honestly believe? Honestly, do you honestly believe that Omarosa even went to the doctor? And if she did go to the doctor, do you believe there was any sort of diagnosis to where she would need a wrist brace on? Honey, I don't think that had happened. Baby, I think that you went there. They said you were fine. You stopped at a Walgreens. You done grabbed yourself something, or you already had one available. Maybe you already had issues with your hand, and this was your way of just saying that and using Tanisha as a false. I don't know. I don't believe it. I think this is bullshit. I'm annoyed. I don't think she gets on my nerves. I'm sorry. I can't do it. It just, especially after what she just did to Tanisha, like it was already some nonsense earlier with other people and her gaslighting folks, right? Like that's already something. But the way she just did, I'm sorry, I don't like that. She's a bad, like think about it. In Omarosa's mind, well, she's already from a show about being a bad girl. So I'm gonna take advantage of that history and I'm gonna use it to get her sent home because if the house doesn't do what I want, then I'm going to do what I want. I feel like she wanted to say that in so many ways in a confessional, and she just did it with her actions, to be honest with you. She acted like, well, I've been telling you I've been wanting Corinne to go home. So that was really all my doing. No, you did want Corinne to go home, but you were trying to get the house to vote for Tanisha. Let's call a spade, baby. Can't stand this lady. Ugh. This game was not fun. This was fun, but it was not fun for at least one person in particular. Joe McHale, in horrible lighting here, explains that they have this new challenge where they're going to find out who the supervillain of the week is by going through this briefcase to briefcase, sort of like a hot potato situation, but it's not landing on random after a song ends. It's whoever picks this red ball is the first one to get the suitcase. They're immediately out of the running to win this week's challenge. They must then give it to another person, and then that person has to give it to somebody else and somebody else, and then whoever gets it last will be the winner of the challenge. Now, this is where I found the game to be both like, what are we doing? And then at the same time, going, oh, this exposed everyone. Think about it. This game exposed everybody's game. If you didn't know whose side, you know, one person was on, if you didn't know who was playing for whose game, you knew today. And it was very telling. And I said to myself, do they not realize that when they went off and had these conversations after Anfisa pulled the red ball and now she has to make a decision, who everybody is working with? Obviously, Omarosa and Bobby have been doing something here, even though Bobby's been a chaos agent, but he just doesn't want to get on Omarosa's bad side because she sends people home who, don't do what she wants them to do most of the time. And Bobby honestly hasn't done a lot that she wanted. But when it comes to conversation, he does a lot of yes, 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 yes until it gets to voting. We already know that Johnny Bananas and Tanisha have been working together, but Shake has been honestly we're going to throw him in there, and then if he ends up surviving, we'll just take somebody else out. That's been Shake's role. Sorry, my head's been throbbing here, and I told y'all I'm not feeling too well today. Now, I miss New York too, but no, I'm fine. I'm honestly fine. There's already a lot going on. I didn't need New York's insanity in the middle of all of this that's happening right here because this wouldn't have gone very well at all if New York was still here for this game. I'm just going to let you know that now. This would not have gone well at all. Not at all. Now, we go down the line because it's like, well, if Anfisa gives it to this person, then they're going to give it to this person. They're going to give it to this person. It's going to go back and forth and so on and so forth. And then there you go. So it's like, and Fisa goes to, what was it? Visa goes to Tanisha, who then goes to Omarosa, who then brings it to Shake. And then Shake takes it to Bobby Lights, which then leaves Johnny Bananas and Johnny Fairplay as the decision maker. Now, Johnny Fairplay's entire storyline this episode has been, I want to win something with an individual challenge. I've been on reality TV for 20 plus years, and I've never won any individual challenge. So wouldn't that be glorious if I finally win it? So he wants to win this kind of challenge by people giving it to him, because technically that is the game. You would give it to somebody, and whoever is the last person to get it would win the game, right? Trying to influence Bobby Light's decision, he chooses Johnny Bananas, who then chooses Johnny Fairplay. Johnny Bananas knows that, okay, Johnny Fairplay, if we're gonna do this right, okay, you can't fuck with me. You got to choose somebody else. You got to have another set of people. You can't mess with me. That's how I'm letting you have this. So there you go. I was like, all right. Now after, and I mean, Johnny Fairplay is so happy, excited, like, oh my God, I cannot believe this. This is so good. Wow. All of that jazz. Joe McHale pops up on a tablet in the suitcase and tells this man, you are not the winner of the challenge. As a matter of fact, you're out of the running to even win the challenge because you are the last person picked. And you have to choose who will be the villain of the week. I really want to win one, you guys. Please, please give it to me. Please, please, please give it to me. I haven't won something in 20 years. Please. Had he sat his ass back and been the floater that he was being, and let Johnny Bananas had gotten the suitcase, then Johnny Bananas would have had to make the decision to then let him be the winner, and then he would have actually got his way. He wanted that suitcase so bad. He said, please don't. Oh God. Every time it was brought up to, like, should I give it to you? And he said, oh God, no. I really want to win this. I was like, oh, all right. All right. I said, okay, this is what we're doing. This is what's happening today. I felt bad for him. I laughed as well. I felt so bad, but I also giggled a few times, chuckled, if you will. Very nasty behavior that this was for a challenge. At the same time, bravo, entertainment. Because I need them to do something like that for Drag Race soon. I'm not even lying. I'm so serious. The fandom would like foam at the mouth, but can you imagine? Congratulations, you won this week's episode. At the same time, you did not win this week's episode. Boom, 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 boom. Be very good. Hey, Jade the One, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. I have a little bit of a migraine right now, so I'm pumping through this review, not even gonna lie. But let's see if I can pull something out of my throat for your birthday, Jay the One. Let me see. Who can I sing that's not going to rock my brain into a tilt? Let me think. Do I want to do Macy Gray? Jay. There it is. Yep, there it is. Hold on. I got to act like I got to do something off camera. Let me do a whole Macy Gray bit, right? Okay. So off camera, this will be Macy Gray doing a song for Jay the One, okay? Ooh. Hey. Yeah. No, I'm not. Ow. Jay the One's birthday. I was in that movie where I'd asked that girl to get in the back, and I said, give me your baby. Ooh, that's not what happened. Oh, happy birthday, you, actress. That was awful. I am up for elimination. I'm so sorry, Jay the One. That was my terrible impression of Macine Gray. Okay. Happy birthday. Okay. I tried to say goodbye, but I choke. I'm just saying. It's clear. It's your birthday and the smoke is not clear. I try to say happy birthday and I stumble. Ah. Was that her song? Wait a minute. I'm lost. Hold on. Was that her song? I forgot. I said, let me try to remind myself of this woman's career real quick. That's the most recent thing I can remember her from, and that is so sad. It's for Colored Girls. That is my last impression of that lady. Not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. It's my last impression of that lady. Is that formaldehyde? But that's for me. Yeah. Listen, back to fair play and him feeling like this isn't fair at all. Poor baby. Listen, look at this face, y'all. Look at this. Everybody's like, okay, listen, we're running, we're going, we're getting out of here. Yeah. Johnny Fairplay is still stuck. Poor Boo. Poor Boo. Listen, I'm talking about, man, please go watch that back. That whole part was so funny to me because his face was stuck. Everybody's freaking out. You got to make a decision, and he don't want to have a conversation with anybody. He doesn't even want to be there anymore. That baby said, give me some time. He went into the outer bounds, okay? Out of bounds. You already know when reality TV, there's certain parts of like the house or like the backyards, any part of where filming is where the camera can't see anything, so they can't go back there, right? That's for cast and crew. Baby, he went in the corner. He wanted a cigarette. This man just wanted some time. Do you hear me? Shaggy was mad. The Scooby snacks weren't hitting, okay? I'm laughing. He said, give me a moment. Then we have him as confessional. I just wanted one. And y'all took that away from me. That was so fucked up. And I'm thinking to myself, what was production saying? We're sorry. We didn't know they were going to pick you. What were they supposed to do, Johnny? Like stop the whole thing and go, guys, this is what's going to happen. We can't do that because it's going to fuck up his mentality. Like, let's just switch this around so it doesn't go that way. Like, come on, bro. Velchik, come on, cryptic tweet. Horrible day. Don't talk to me. Only real ones know what's wrong. Oh, poor Johnny. So listen, Johnny then gets himself together and he starts to have conversations with the rest of the house. One of the funniest moments I've ever seen from Johnny Bananas is his impression of Johnny Fairplay as Mr. Burns from The Simpsons. Because he realizes that, oh, he's considering Bobby. Why would he consider Bobby? I put Bobby up the last time I was super villain of the week. So Bobby can get his lick back and that can mess up my game. So why are you over here even making that decision? Why are you even thinking about this? That's stupid. Which Johnny Bananas lets Johnny Fairplay know. I know both of them are Johnnies. If this goes wrong and I end up on the block at any point in time, I'm going to get you. I'm going to come for you. Get ready. Johnny Fairplay, we have to please think about this, y'all. Why would you? Okay. If you were Johnny Fairplay, who in the live chat, let me see some names here. Who would you have chosen to be supervillain of the week? With who is available to be up for nomination? Because I personally, I think I would have gave it to Tanisha. I would have gave it to Tanisha. I think she would have made moves that would have been the appropriate way to go, if I'm being honest with you, because I wouldn't be looking at Shake as a target right now. That wouldn't be my concern. Y'all would have gave it to Bobby. I wouldn't have given it to Bobby. Not like this week, what just happened, I wouldn't have given it to him, girl. Like, not how he did that. I was mad. Not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I would have gave it to Tanisha so she could have put Omarosa in a position to where she would have to sweat. We've seen her in power twice. We don't need to do that no more. I want to see that lady in trouble, in distress, and I need to work my way in this house, because that is when you get to really find out who she is. Not the power move when people have to submit to her, but I need to see her in trouble where she needs to negotiate to the house. Oh, well, you should get rid of this one because of that. Because what can everyone do? Feed information. Find out if we're lying. Find out if we're on that bullshit. Find out what the real gagak is. That's what I would be doing. And I put Johnny Fairplay also in there because he's been floating. And I would say, didn't Omarosa say she doesn't like floaters? So why not put the floater in there? Like, there you go. It is not too early to make power moves. And I'm really, that's so weird to me that no one's thinking that. There are only 3 people that are considered to be the power players: Johnny Bananas, Johnny Fairplay, with his fair game, I'm not doing anything approach, and Omarosa. And if you really want to go there, Omarosa. But Johnny Fairplay is a weird vote. He's a flip flop vote, right? If you convince Nfisa, Shake will already go for this. Like, you have to think, you really got to think about this. Like, oh God, it's so quick to get one of them out and then completely blow up the house, because now the people who were power players that are left, because you put the 3 up, one of them got to go. Then the other 2 are going to act crazy for the rest of the season, because now they know, okay, they know I'm a threat and we have to play this game appropriately. It's going to change everything up. Clock turns again. That's how I would make Tanisha make that decision. Or if I was there, it'd be me. And then I make these decisions. Because Bobby, I said, girl, what are you doing, sister? I enjoyed the first move. I enjoyed the second move. I hated that last move. That last move was strange, but it was excellent television. Excellent television, but strange. I see people for Bobby. I see Omarosa, let her get more blood on her unpredictable hands. I don't want her doing no more dirty work. I don't want that. I don't want her to win. Not after what happened with Tanisha today. I was like, yeah, that was my last little moment. I've been enjoying her nonsense, but that situation was strange. I was like, okay, what? Let's not do that. That could really attach itself to somebody, right? Nick Carter, only Bananas would have the guts to put up Omarosa if given the chance. Bobby, okay, Bananas would have put up Bobby, Omarosa. Ooh, I don't think he would have put up Shake, because I think he knows he can get Shake to vote his way. Maybe Anfisa. Maybe. But definitely it would have been Bobby, Omarosa. It would have been that whole little group. That whole group that was talking in the kitchen, that would have been that group. But Bobby is given villain of the week. He's so happy about this, but you already know that if Bobby Lights is given a little bit of power, you get a show on, I wanted to say the network, but fuck them. There's a gay pride in the house. I was like, oh, that's lovely. But I also was like, when was this filmed? Was this true? At the same time, Fun times, fun stuff happened here. We don't have to talk about this too deeply, I promise you. Why these two? Why these two? Bobby picks Omarosa and Johnny Fairplay. I was so confused with choices today. They end up having a classic car ride in LA, and it was supposed to be very nostalgic. And what are the chances? Like, think of it, old Hollywood with this kind of car, big deal, big whatever, all that kind of stuff. Super cool. They go to a restaurant and have a whole moment where Bobby is like, I want to put bananas up. And Johnny Fairplay's like, no, you can't. Oh my God, you can't like Aaron Samuels because Regina George likes him. And they used to date. But don't worry, your secret's safe with me. That was this whole moment for me. Gretchen Wieners was, Wieners was over there trying to make sure that shit wasn't going to go. Girl, listen. I know I've said girl a lot today. I just was very annoyed with this episode. I had fun with it, but y'all, I was like, why? Why, Bobby? Why? You could have easily sailed your ass through to the finale. Come on. Oh my goodness. I'm very concerned for him. That's why when y'all are like, oh, I had fun with this. No, he just put himself in some bullshit. Like, I'm nervous for him. Unless they just don't like Shake a lot. I don't know who's going to win this mini game they have to play next week to see who ends up on the chopping block. But my God, like, what? All of that to do whatever. Just so stupid, but like so funny, right? Again, the plan that Johnny Fairplay made, the deal, was if I give you this power, you have to put up Anfisa, Tanisha, and Shake. That's the deal. I know, DW. That's another reason why I'm like, okay, y'all. I wanted to wrap this, do like an hour conversation about this episode, take a nap, eat something really greasy and heavy. That's the plan. And then I wanted to try to record Canada and then this tonight. So try to do it both in the same day. And that way we have Canada's Drag Race tomorrow for the review. Since, I won't be doing the reviews on Saturdays anymore. That's where my mindset was at. I was like, I just want to take a nap. Or maybe record Canada tonight and then like, oh no, because I have a vet appointment in the morning tomorrow. I totally forgot. Let me not forget. Yeah, I got to take Mamu to the vet in the morning for his follow-up appointment. My bad. Back to this, though. How is Anfisa getting by? Being Omarosa's, stool, basically. Like, yeah, she's rocking with Omaha, Nebraska. So that's why she's good. This conversation was so, what are we doing? Bobby Lights, you came out here to throw Johnny Bananas off, and Johnny Bananas wasn't buying it. Bananas, you saw right through this. He basically reported on Johnny Fairplay and wanted Fairplay to know, wanted Bananas to know that Fairplay is lying and he wants to do this, that, and the other. Completely made up some bullshit, but wanted that distrust to be put in Johnny Bananas, who already had distrust for Johnny Fairplay even picking Bobby in the first place. This was so cornflaked. I was like, girl. Just straight up lied to this man's face. I said, okay, anywho. Let's get to nominations. Bobby, I have to admit the outfit. I'm sorry, the outfit's kind of giving. The outfit's kind of giving. Alien superstar Bobby Lights has made his way over here. And he's sitting down in full power and full bent wrist regalia. And he's about to let these girls have it. Hey, Joe McHale. Bobby's first choice isn't a surprise to any of us. It really isn't a surprise. It's Shake. And Shake's like, you should make bigger moves. Shake is not unattractive, but sometimes he just gives cornflaked for me. Like, even sometimes how he stands in the house, he'd be like hunched over a little bit. He's not unattractive. He's just a major asshole sometimes. So I don't know. How is Shake still there? I don't know how he's still there either, but he also doesn't really do anything. If he wins this by not doing anything, it's like, just says unattractive things often. Very much that. So Shake's up for elimination because no one cares about him. That's it. The second nomination was a little bit different. Now, Johnny Bananas told Johnny Fairplay, if you choose Bobby Lights and he picks me, you're in trouble. So make it the wise decision. Bobby Lights came and sat down to Johnny Bananas an hour ago, maybe 30 minutes ago, and said, I'm thinking about putting up Fairplay because he lies too much and he kept putting your name up, even though Bobby wants his lick back. That's the tea. Bobby wants his lick back. So he puts up Johnny Bananas and it kind of gags everybody. Like, oh, okay. Johnny Bananas flicks him off in fashion, but for me, it's Johnny Fairplay putting his head down, knowing that the game, whatever game he has, whatever he was planning on doing, gone. That big number, that person he needed that would probably ride to the end with him, oh, it's gone. And one thing about Johnny Bananas that I can tell you from his history on reality television, ooh, he's good for getting people back. I have a bad feeling for the Speedos. And fair play. It's all coming down. Imagine if they had a veto comp. Ooh. It's possible. This show has definitely had some twists and turns already, so I can see it happening. But I was already just in the motion of thinking, oh, he's about to put Omarosa up now, or it's going to be Johnny Fairplay, and it's going to be Johnny Fairplay and Johnny Bananas up there with Shake. I'm like, oh, that's where Bobby's going with this one. This would make some sense. Either Omarosa or Johnny Fairplay would be the smartest decision he could make, honestly. You could have told me that's where it was going. But what caused reactions from Tanisha to look like this with the "Are you serious?" and Omarosa for the first time unhinging that jaw, and being truly, I think, gasped, like actually shocked in this moment of decision making and why would you do this? Is Bobby nominated himself because he feels like I can take these bitches out and do this correctly. I got hold on, I gotta do the whole bit. That's right. I'm getting up and I'm standing here, fluorescent beige and all, and I'm telling you that none of you other bitches can do what I do. None of you other bitches can do. Hold on, no. None of y'all can do what I do. So before I trip over this bullshit ass outfit, I'm gonna get over here and stand in my position. I'm sitting over here on my screen, watching my TV going, oh, sister, are you tired of being there? This is some New York level of what the fuck is happening. It's Omarosa. Mouth didn't stay like that the whole way. Like, wait, what's going on? What's going on? Everyone's gagged. Everyone's shocked. Is it against the rules? Nope, he can do that. And then walks off before they're filming. Get on it, bitches. Get on it, bitches. Let's do this. Let's do it, bitches. Was it stupid? Yeah. Was it iconic? Absolutely. Was it entertaining? Oh, for sure. Am I frustrated with him? Yeah. I'm mad frustrated. There is money on the line for this competition. You literally could just be sailing through and then take the dagger at the right time and stab. This is not how you do it. You don't put yourself in the line of fire when you could have put somebody else there instead. I'm sorry, would y'all, for entertainment purposes on a reality TV show, in a situation like this kind of program with the format that happens, put yourself up for elimination with the people who would have to go into a challenge so that way you feel like I can get immunity and they have to be in the bottom. There's money. I'm not playing with my coin like that. I'm sorry. I would have put somebody up for dramatically, and that would have been a whole fight, and we would have been dragging back and forth, and it would have been something. But that's me, Natasha. The math is not going to math in his favor. And it really looks like that via the commercial. Now, if it's Bobby Lights was just talking shit because he won, I'm going to laugh. But it doesn't feel like that. It looks and feels like Johnny Bananas won whatever challenge it was supposed to be. And it's Bobby Lights and Shake, which they could just send Shake home because they don't like him. But then why not send home Bobby now? Because he's shown that if he gets power again, it's going to be some weird nonsense. So, that was madness. I can't. It was just so stupid, but so weird and funny and crazy and cool. I don't know. I just don't want it to be like how it was with Tanisha and Corinne versus Shake, because they didn't even try. Like, they quit. You know what I mean? Like, can we not do that? That's all I'm at. Well, no, Corinne didn't quit, but she wasn't picking up shit. So I'm just hoping it's not that situation again, because that was a little bit boring. It was like, okay, so we're just about to watch them go, I'm done. I'm done. I don't want that. Please. I don't need it. I don't need it. Anywho, y'all, listen. I got nothing left to give with this episode. My top points to take away from this: number one, Omarosa knows she's on reality television and will do anything and everything for a moment, yet acts like she's the most put together one of them all. She is truly the worst of worst when it comes to the Karens of all Karens, in my opinion. And I do not appreciate how she played with Tanisha and with the producers with saying something like, somebody touched you that way, hit you for that matter. We got video proof that it didn't happen. And you even went so far as to go out to the doctor and then go buy yourself a $14 little hand brace or $8 one at Walmart, whatever the case may be. You are still reality television gold. So I'm not going to take that away from you. But what was that? What was that? Also, Johnny Fairplay, girl, if you want to win something, please put some effort into it, because you sitting there looking like the hunchback of bleached Notre Dame, it's not really going to get you where you need to go. And Fisa is there just to be stared at. Johnny Bananas is actually playing a game because there is money on the line and someone realizes their entire career is based off of winning challenges. Tanisha, I like a lot. I like her a lot. I want her to stop playing friend, but I like her a lot, and I need her to not do this. I'm from the hood. I don't do this kind of shit. You are on a show with money on the line. This is not, we're sitting in a house for 3 weeks, making it stink, and then leaving at the end of the day. Like, that's not what's happening here. This is for money. So, like, do something. And Bobby, listen, from one bent wrist, bright baby to another, I have something to tell you. You pull it together, honey. I don't know what you did and what you're doing. I appreciate the chaos. It's great for TV. You putting yourself up for nomination was dumb, unless you are just trying to leave. It was just dumb. Please, please, please. Please, Bobby, please. I need you on this program. I don't want you to go home, sweetheart. You've been one of the only ones that's still interesting. Please. Please don't, because it's not like Shake is interesting. He may make me laugh sometimes. And did I even talk about Shake? I guess that's my point about Shake. Smoothie King. Ooh, I would like some Smoothie King. That's too much sugar. Anywho, House of Villains. It's on E! Entertainment Network. Please watch it. It is very interesting. It's entertaining. If they get a season 2, I need them to recast New York, and I need her to go in playing this completely different. And then also they have a wider range of people they can work with that they can get on this program. So I do love the nod to older reality television programs of the early 2000s. It's been fun to watch. I've been enjoying the full program. I was a little behind on the reviews because they also had that break that took place at one point in time. But again, this show will be something that I cover on Wednesdays from now on. So be prepared for that. Today is Thursday, I know. But we had season 16 drop their Meet the Queens. Thank you, Natasha. I appreciate it. Ooh. Sorry, that felt good to do. That felt good to do. I just wanted to do this. Grand Slam. That's a Denny's reference. Glam Slam next. Isn't that the show with Monet and an individual? I don't know if I'll be covering that. I'm not sure everybody would want to watch that program. Sorry, I'm not sure about that. I need a nap. I need something to eat. I'm hungry. Yeah. This also I probably have a migraine too because I've been on a diet lately and I've been doing like less, carby food. It's been very salad friendly days and grilled chicken and baked chicken. Maybe I need some carbs. Maybe that's what's happening, y'all. I'm almost to my goal weight. It's 185. I'm at 188 right now. After coming from 206. Okay. You watched the first, you weren't missing anything. I still need to watch it. Oh, the Squid Game, the challenge. Everyone's been talking about it. It's already been spoiled. Most of the season's been spoiled for me. So dropping sugar. Yeah, because I'm trying to stay away from, the sugary foods because of my pre-diabeticness that I had last year. This year, I've been out of that phase. So I've been very adamant about no sugar this and light sugar that. Simply Lemonade Light only tastes good when you buy it from the grocery store. The Minute Maid Light it just tastes so nasty from Whataburger, but I have to drink it because again, it's great. Thank you, Jessica. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope you had a good time today. Tomorrow's Canada's Drag Race. So we're going to have a good time with that. Make sure to look out for the reactions for this newest episode of House of Villains on my Patreon, as well as for Canada's Drag Race 2. The panel will be back Sunday. Blake Keisha won't be joining us. He'll be traveling that day, but we'll have Julie C. Dickey and Jamar84. We'll be discussing Canada's Drag Race Dragula, as well as the season 16 cast with our first impressions. So make sure you tune in on that Sunday episode. Glad to have the panel back for this week. I know I took an extra little day off, but yeah, that's what I needed to do today. I needed to work on that brunch video. That's why I've been so overwhelmed and everyone's like, do this, do that. And I'm like, y'all, I want to have love for this. I don't want to not. I know I need to not starve myself. I've just been really on this kick of I'm going to get to that goal weight and then be good for it. Low fat chocolate milk. I was also told that 2% is really good too at cutting like your sugar, which is really interesting. All that jazz. Anywho, take care of yourselves. Thank you so much for tuning in. Drop a tip in my jar if you feel like it with PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo. Other than that, have yourself a good day. Have a wonderful one. I'm going to log off of all apps today. I'm turning off my phone for the rest of the day for reals until I got to upload a Patreon because I need that kind of break. I will see y'all later. Bye, y'all.
Listen. Yeah.